What was I doing here again? Also, how's my mic? What was I doing here again? Okay, cool. Biomass refuel factory, explore, configure the scanner, claim ores, 63 meters, conveyor to hub. Shit. I can't remember. We need this to, this needs to charge, right? Well, the whole point of this is we want a way to mine the ores in this location, so we're trying to take advantage of the geographic availability of resources that we have so that we can continue to build factories and upgrade our labs with the milestones. We had a certain milestone we're looking for, but I ignored that for now, and I said we have undiscovered locations that have things that we can, resources we can build. And so, for that reason, it makes sense for us to start building these resources like steels and rods and all those other stuff based off of how we want to upgrade our lab. Like it's just an unused resource that we know we can build something with and it's not available, right? So if I'm thinking in systems right now, you can say mine is a stock. And what were the two things again? It was stocks and something. Shoot, I need to think, hold on. Sorry, 1 second. Entering. For my transition, that Okay. Configure mine. MK1. Oh, this is a mine. And the mine needs a power. So I built the mines, but now we need power for this, okay. So it's biomass burner, that's what we need to activate the mines. How do we create that generator again? That's to delete stuff. Bro. Oh, so you double tap it. It's like, how do you switch items you have on your cursor? But for people that might be in a similar situation, I might have. Alright. So meaningful interruptions. Was this ever running, or did I just set up the mine so that I could create things? And I wonder what is configured for. And what do I also need, right? Because if I've created a mine here, all it would do is this would create ores, right? So the resulting thing from this is that it would dig out the mine. The mine goes inside here. We can use this what's it, a splitter? To split things out into something else. Well, mines also come out from here as well. I think this configuration is terrible. Well, not terrible, but the design doesn't quite make sense. Because if we turn on power here, we need a container for where it's going to store stuff. This one makes sense because we have two mines that is going to direct the ore in this direction, right? To store as much, iron ores as possible, right? But then the idea should be once the iron ores here are filled up, this should be directed to build some other things, right? And that's why we have a vast field here that we could use to build things from the iron ores that we would create, right? Like rods, I believe, and some other stuff. And we have some items here. Iron ores would give us iron plates. Iron plates would allow us to create, I think, like rods and some other things. Ignites. Iron ores to ignites, so probably need a smelter. So what can happen is we can pause production with the power supply and then add an iron ignite to be created here, right? Or a better configuration would be we would have gosh, what was it called in her book? I need to look this up. Flows. Stocks and flows in system. I think it's flows is what it's called. Stock is for fundamental building blocks of system dynamics and systems thinking. The stock is an accumulation of material, information, or energy given at a point. A bathtub, given in time, a bathtub's water level, while a flow represents the rate at which that stock changes over time. Water flowing in from a faucet or draining. These act upon the stocks, causing them to increase or decrease. Yeah. So we need a flow at this point, though. That's what we need. One thing I need to stop doing is overthinking and complicating. If we have... Damn! If we have these two... Where's good power source? Can we use one power source and then put 2 poles here? The problem I have with this current design is where it's pointing to doesn't quite make sense. Like, they should point maybe in this direction towards this side, not the other way around. The only issue I had with that is they... If I... Where can this point to? It can point to here, so we can have a... Or... Huh? We can point it in this direction and have the same design as before. That's what I'm going for. So we need a container that's going to be lined up here, facing this way. First, talking about all this, I think it's important for us to just generate energy. So I'm going to put a energy source right here, biomass burner, and the direction that this should face. Why does the burner need... Oh, that's a way we can supply it with something, but we don't have the resources for that yet. At least not that I remember. Right. So low key, I'll face it this way. Like right here. Biomass burner, needs to burn stuff. That's going to act as a power supply. We will connect maybe one pole for both of these. Let's go power pole right here. We could put another container at this side, keeping it real. Where's a wire? Do I have a wire? A power line? Yeah. Connects to that. One connects to that one. Power line connects to this one. So that's 3. That's 3, right? So far, what does this have? This would be the... It's saying right now we have 3 out of 4, right? Okay. Makes sense. So now we just need to provide it with that. Alright, still remember, and now we have power. So this should be, you know, creating stuff. Mining. Okay, there we go. Damn! Oh, okay. Okay, this was a new design I was coming up with. So we have 2 producing 1. So we expect this to be like filled up quite well. Right? And then we're gonna produce more stuff, right? So we need more energy at that side for steel and some other stuff. And in the meantime, this should do the same thing. But we're going to lay the containers in a different direction. Maybe we should implement the same design. I wanted a way to explore how to use certain things I've not used before. That's a conveyor pole. What's a conveyor pole for? Currently building. How do we see information on an item from a shortcut? Surface is too uneven. Conveyor pole. Oh, it's a way to elevate the conveyor. So technically, we can supply this with power and then create another container using the conveyor pole so that it goes up and it's elevated here, and then we have another container right here. We can do that, but it's a bit messy. I think we should use the same thing we had before. Logistics, conveyor pole, conveyor merger, conveyor splitter. Merges up 3 conveyor belts together, up to 3. And then splitter is what used for distribution. Split 1 conveyor belt into 2 or 3. So it's a way to like funnel or distribute what's coming out from a conveyor. And then the merger is a way to what? Bring them together. The whole point is we want to use a conveyor to add onto this container here. What's green again? I'm coming back to this game. I'm trying to remember. Green is out. Orange is in. So we're trying to unify these 2 things together. I'll leave that here. We bring our conveyor. Try and orient it. Damn, another one? This game though, like it makes you think about... Now, the next thing we should really focus on. Why didn't it build? Oh, it needs to be connected towards something legit first before it's able to be built. Okay. We're trying to connect both into this, so we need a conveyor. Is it merger? Hold on. I'm trying to think. What do we have? What is this called? What is this? This one here is what? Damn, it doesn't even tell you. What does it look like then? Well, if I try to destroy it, will it tell me what it is? Okay, there we go. Conveyor merger. So that's the merger. So we need another conveyor merger right here. I don't have it as a shortcut. Should I add it as a shortcut? Conveyor merger. Yeah. So we're going to merge both, and then it's going to come out from a certain location. I think we need this like right here. Right. Oh, R2 is to build. Yeah, I haven't been in this game for a minute. No. So we get this right here. Same thing. Get that curve. Get that nice curve. Oh yeah, oh, it can go in this way? Look how it folds into the rock. I've never seen that before. So both are merging inside here, and then we have an output source that makes it go inside here. And then next, yeah, we just need power at this point. But we need power to supply 2 of these mines. So I'm trying to think of where's a reasonable place to put both of these. Why not put another one just right here? So let's get a biomass burner, right? We'll have that facing this way. Well, I mean, it's nice if it's in between both. The only thing is, like, it's going to be in the way. No, we need one power pole for this guy. And then connect it to both of these. Trying to figure out how the power pole worked was so confusing at first. because they don't really explain much to you. Like, oh, this is how you build a power supply. Connect that one to this one. Now we supply this with some biomass. Okay, so this should start building stuff. 2 containers here just so we're like properly stacked. I wish there was a way to know how to what's the word? How the factory should stop building things. Because right now this is a system for building iron ore, right, which is our core resource. Yep. So I think what's going to happen is this is going to get filled up all the way. Once this is filled up all the way, this container will then be filled up, right? And then we now need to decide what we want to build with all these ores. Yeah, nothing is stored here at first, but in this one we can see it's being, you know, stored up. Quite a lot of things are being stored up inside here. Now the reasoning or the intention behind building things this way is to allow us to stock up on resources, so that the power can keep going, and then we're able to access the resources that we're building for certain items, right? Like iron rods and all these other things that we have here. So there's so much space to utilize here for what we want to build. I think there's a way to scale production, right? Like for the amount of things that we want to build, there should be a way to scale this in like multiple layers across. But at least this is going on now. We need to attend to the other factories that we've built. The problem is the way we have our map. I'm using containers as markers for where I have different factories, right? Because when you build stuff, the game doesn't say, hey, you have built X thing in this part of the map. So I have to sort of try and make sense out of where things are. I put a rock icon here because we probably had some resource, like we definitely had some resource there. That's why I put that icon. This is a hub. So at this point, I need to go back and do 2 things. We need to check where our other factory is located and which factory died. Oh, this is okay. This is our hub location for now. Because I was like, I need to explore more areas. Okay, it's coming back. Shouldn't there be a way to like burn? There should be a way to build a factory that creates energy. And I don't want to look it up. I think it's nice to... Oh, this thing is built, right? A shard, that looks... What is the next objective? What does this need? Copper sheath used for crafting, primarily used for pipelines due to its high corrosion resistance for pipelines. What is a pipeline? And this is how much it would cost. So it would cost this amount of things, iron plates. We can gain all of that. The problem I have is once I unlock tiers, it's hard to remember. Like, for example, foundations. Have not used that to build anything before, so I don't remember. Basic wall, what is that used for, and why do we need it? It would be nice if when you unlocked stuff, it would tell you, oh, you can, oh, base building. So we'll be able to, in tier 1, we'll be able to build base buildings. What would we need base buildings for? Well, what does that provide? The base of a building. I don't see the... It would be nice for them to give a description, like, oh, the base of a building would be useful to expand your factory, and it could be used to even the playing field when you have uneven terrain, you know? But it doesn't say things like that. We obtained this logistics, that's what we unlocked last time, right? So base building is the next thing as a reward for tier 1. And we can absolutely access that. For tier 2, this is what we need to try and gain access. So yeah, I see the check marks. Things are making sense. Part assembly. Honestly, what would make sense to get is a car. We need like some scooter, something for movement. Because we've been navigating this whole game just by running around like this. So where did I keep the iron plates? Where would they be? We know that's the base that we created last time, so it should have stuff close to it. Where's my current location? How do I center again? That's L3. Okay, so that's our location. Oh, we can change the markers that way? Oh, nice. How do I set a marker here again? That's ping location. X to create marker. Create stamp, edit marker, create new marker. Nah, bro, just mark that location. Or would it tell me on the map? Oh, it would. It would. So what, I could do this. Oh, no way, it's right there. So much space to... This is the first time I'm realizing how much space there is to actually build like a factory at scale, you know? They said you can die from... Ooh! From jumping all the way down here. Like, damn. Relax, bro. You know what would be nice? Oh, okay, nice. I said what would be nice is if I jumped from there to here and I just came down. Just, you know, just cause. Alright, what were all the things I had here? Oh, that is a lot. Damn. So we ran out of production. We had iron ingots here. And we have iron plates, so I need more of these, guys. I need to feed that onto the hub. But the annoying thing is this thing said you can only build one hub at a time, right? But if there was something that made sense to concentrate on, it would honestly be to find a cleaner source of power supply here, right? So yeah, this can keep going. Did this one die too? What's going on? Oh, it did! It did! Damn. Yeah, we need some energy supply, man. Someone in chat was saying that you're gonna run out of like power, the leaves don't grow. And I was like, really? That's a bit crazy though. So they said coal is a supply, but the thing is, you also run out of coal. You know what I mean? How much does it have left? 34. So I came at the right time. Yeah, now the out of bio. That's a bit mad. We need to find several iron rods as well. Let's max out. Iron ingot, no. Iron ingot here. No, it's just ores. Got iron plates, we're maxed out on iron plates. So now we have to run all the way. To do is to build a conveyor that moves me literally from here to that mountain, because I'm not running all the way around. We have to figure that out, like, right now. So what did I... Okay, wait. Oh, it can't from there. It needs to be green though. Conveyor is too long, conveyor is too steep. It's too steep? What do you mean? Nah, this game. There's no way. It's too steep. Basically, I'm trying to Fortnite my way up to that location. Too steep. Come on, man. Yeah, no matter how you like align it. Yeah, it's gonna say you can't do it. Oh, shucks. It's okay, it's okay. Nah, running all the way there is crazy. Surface is too uneven. Yeah, I wish there's a way I feel it. It's like I can feel it in my bones that there is a way. A conveyor right here instead. Oh my gosh. Conveyor belt is too steep again. What about a conveyor pole if we put that in there first? I refuse to climb. I refuse to climb. I must engineer my way into an actual solution. Okay, what does this trace mean? If I wasn't so lazy, I would have made it to the hub already. If I wasn't so lazy, but I must engineer. I know good engineers take their time to be, they're hardworking at first just so they could be, you know, lazy for a longer time, right? But why is it curved though? Oh, it's the direction. So I need to change the direction the pole is facing. Make it face that way. That's a bit unfair though, because there's no way to tell what direction that it would face. Was it a configuration issue? Why is it curved? Why is it curved? There we go. Yeah. So now if I jump on this, okay. At least that's this does count. This does count. No matter what anybody says, this does count. And then we can try and do another one up there. Uh-huh. Wait. What direction is it? Okay. And then now no way, bro. It said it's too steep. It's still too steep. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to engineer my way with the actual transportation, bro. Still too steep. Man. Nah, I might be forced to actually like look things up, even though I actually prefer exploring. You have to run across all the way? Dude. That is so unfair. I need like a bike, a scooter. Can't be running across. And you can't even configure two hubs at the same time, right? It would make sense if you could configure a hub. With everything that's going on right now, what would be interesting is you have an agent, like a robot, that would do stuff for you on your behalf, right? So you program it, and its whole responsibility is that it's configured. It's configured to, you know, like install stuff for you. Or it's configured to like maintain a factory. I never thought if like I've always thought those things, but this time I can't even be bothered, man. I can't be bothered right now. Is it still chasing? There's no way it's still chasing. I was like, I heard it grunt, and I was like, yo, you want to step up then, come on. Plates. There's so many things I haven't explored though. Should I just build things for the
would like to remind you of your contractual
for the case of building things?
Efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint, fix it.
What is she talking about? Complete phase 1. Pod will return in 5 minutes. Okay, so I mean, what does that unlock for us though? That's the question. Pod launched. So that's an active milestone. I've never seen an active milestone that's going that has a countdown, right? So I guess that's from the space lift, right? Like, is it gonna come all the way down there? Then I need to pick it up from that location. Anyway, I want to build a building just for the sake of building it, right? Like, I like completion, so I'm seeing this tier. You did everything here, and the thing about this game is, at least the approach that I have in taking is you complete a part of a tier and you build a thing to see what it could do for you. This map has not really been helpful. A map was definitely helpful. Object scanner, not really, because I've not been able to scan anything. Container was helpful. Inventory slots 3 allows us to have more storage by default. Hard drive, I guess it's how much the MAM system can contain, and allows it in MAM to salvage its contents. Oh, interesting. I wonder where we got a hard drive from. Anyway, base building is something that I'm like, maybe it makes sense to build. So I'm going to select this. Oh, I select it as a milestone. But the thing is, we're waiting for the other milestone to complete before we're able to select this one as a milestone, right? It's one milestone at a time. I think it's one milestone at a time to complete tier 1, just to get it over with. Lookout tower, foundation, ramp. Snaps to foundation makes it easier to get onto them. Buildings on top of the ramp snaps to a grid, making it easier to line them up with each other. Oh. I guess we could use this to like use this as like a platform for us to have better movement. I know it said power line there, but I think we could use that as a platform to get more movement, right? Personally, I think that's what makes sense. How long has this stream been going on for? An hour? Yeah, I think I'll end it here. This stream was really me getting back into this game and figuring out where things were left off. Hold on, why doesn't that have any power supply? Oh, do I need to create a biomass again? Like, this is really not sustainable, bro. There has to be something that I have that's a more reliable form of energy than leaves being burned into biomass, or just leaves, or just wood. Everything we have here, like, we've unlocked coal before as well, if I check my box, right? Or maybe I stored it somewhere. Yeah, we have coal right there. So let's use that right now and see how... If not, we'll make a shop and then we'll create these leaves into a form of energy. But definitely the top two things that I would actually be satisfied with is a form of transportation that's more reusable, as well as what's it? A form of transportation that's more reusable and energy. So this is fine, but this one ran out of gas. I'm like, man, that's wild. It actually ran out of supply. So if we try coal, we can't even use coal, dude. How? Or maybe we can feed coal into this. You know what I mean? Maybe we can feed coal into it. But do I need like a conveyor? Like something like... Damn, what was that? What was that? Oh, I don't have a shortcut for it. That's the problem. Everything conveyor related, honestly, should just have a shortcut. Now we can have the MK2. Ah, there we go. Firefighter re-entry milestone, exchange conduct. What was that? Base building. Oh, create a base building. That's the next milestone? Trying to experiment something here. Or can I select this on my hand and just throw it here instead? Oh, I can't. I can't select it on my hand. I wanted to place the coal inside here. Yeah, that didn't work. I think it's because this is a biomass burner, so it can't process coal. It has to be leaves. It has to be biomass that this thing can process. I should have a workstation close by. If there's no one close by, then I'll create one instead. Crafting bench. Shoot. Go ahead, create it then. Not enough space? Oh, oh damn. Really? Oh, I did start to create that. Okay. Do we have a shortcut for storage? Yes, we do. What here do I not need? At least right now. just temporary, right? Hey, what does it mean can't afford? Oh, did I transfer the wrong things? I probably used a shortcut. Like, we definitely need all that. What the heck? Well, we're trying to explore how to use coal. And I wanted to place 2 of those irons inside there instead. Biomass from us, from the stalks of a leaf. What is this? Let's go inside here. Okay, this is going fine. Okay, now we're filling up all of this with ores. So that's good. This is straight ores. Wow, that produced a lot in a short amount of time. So it maxed out a container at this point. Now that this container is filled up, this container is being filled up right now actively. You can see the counts tick up from 87 onwards, which means now we could actually build some other things, right? Like we need a what's it called? A converter? I'm trying to remember, I'm coming back to this game. A constructor, so that we could create steel and other items, iron rods, and then use those to build other machines. But the key thing here is, let me supply this with power and turn this back on. Okay, so this should start. Nice. So we'll have 2 containers here. I mean, for fun, why don't we just make it 3 so that it backfills well enough, and then we can scale our productivity. So I'm going to rotate this way. Orange represents input, green represents output. That's something I did not pay attention to. So sometimes you can have the wrong design. You can engineer the wrong design. Engineer the wrong design. Does that make sense? Apply this inside here. Okay, there we go. You don't want to be too close to it or pick it up. Okay, look! The containers are being backfilled. Alright, so I'm satisfied. This is going to be our ore resource. So that's a good sign for... That way we can, once our power runs out, because we're using leaves, here to this craft bench and then creating the leaves, right? We can start doing that now. So first thing I would try and do is to pick that up. And then maybe drop the container right here. Yup. You see our powers. Speak of the devil. Yeah, we need like a vehicle, man. How many leaves does it take to create a biomass burner? A biomass, rather. And what is that? That's like a nest. I'm sure there's a way to like, I don't know, discover what's inside here. I should have like an archive, right? Because one problem I have with this game is remembering when you unlock stuff. So on. Same way how we wouldn't, I guess, be able to destroy this rock to, you know, use it as a resource. Milestone. We should have enough rods and leaves to be able to do that. But one thing I wish we had the ability to do was to study these things, right? Alien protein. It's like, why can't this help us investigate? Like, configure MAM. Select. Missing material. Oh, we're missing that thing. We need to find that thing. What is that? Hatcher research. Hatcher research, alien protein, cost. So what am I missing? Oh, we're missing that material itself from our item. Oh, okay. That makes sense. So we need to gather all of those parts together. Right? But how do we know if it's shown an icon? What is that icon though? It doesn't say what it is. It shows the image, but it doesn't say. So I'm like, okay, there we go. So you need to double click it? That's so odd. Finger remains, whatever the creepy thing was, used for MAM research. I think I stored that in a container that I can't remember. Stinger remains. So two different parts of the stinger is what we're missing. Hatcher remains, okay. What is a hatcher even? Remains of a plasma spitting alien creature. Damn. We can ignore all those. I'm more interested in these, right? here. Caterium ignis, smelted from caterium ore, primarily used for advanced electronics. I don't think we have a use case for that yet. Caterium. Smelted into caterium ignis, which is primarily used for advanced electronics. Hopefully we don't need to get... Before that point, we have like a vehicle and a way that we have more reusable energy supply, energy source or fuel source. Okay, at least I was reminded how that works. In the meantime... Oh yeah, we could use a hub as like a free biomass configuration. Like it's embedded onto the hub itself. So that's a good detail, good reminder. So I wonder if the hub itself upgrades over time, right? I know I stored stuff inside here by default. We have caterium. What's this? Copper. It's iron. That's copper. That's the hatchet that we have inside here. Productive Packer Deluxe. I'm more interested in playing a mini game, which is what that looks like. Coffee machine? It just does that? Wait, don't you need like a cup for that? When did that even come in? So how do I dis? That is so funny. Press to interact with microwave, interact with faucet. No cups? That makes no sense. Look, you can't even like pour a cup of drinking water. Why does that exist? Why is that there? That's customization. Oh my gosh. What's an odd space for an office work? At least we know now. We know now. And then the next thing is the MK2. I think that should be an easier objective. Base building, waiting for resources. Base building. No, you're not. We can build this right now. That's 200. That's plates, right? For what it needs. It needs iron plates, 100 iron plates, and 100 iron ores. I mean, sorry, iron rods. Yep, launch it. Pod will return.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
What? This thing is evil, man. It's like AI. Like, how could it say that? Pod will return in. So I guess the pod is what will help us, what enables us to set our actual objective. But base building, though, that should be what we want to build next. So the first time we're seeing, okay, we can see walls, we can see foundations here. Provides a flat floor to build your factory on. Buildings on top of foundations snap to a grid, making it easier to line them up with each other. Okay, I see. Because the terrain here is sort of uneven. So this makes it easier to build stuff. What if you have an uneven surface? Doesn't your surface need like a good surface? I wonder what that's gonna look like. And then there's a ramp. What do ramps do? It makes me easier to get onto them. Oh. What? We need a ramp to scale places, bro. If there's one thing I could accomplish in this stream, is that I've had, well, it was one of three things, but the first two are hard, which is find a reusable energy supply, a more effective energy supply, so that the factories won't just burn out, you know, when it's creating stuff. The other is a vehicle. The third thing is a way to scale up here rather than run around, right? Because we have factories at the other side of, you know, that place. Or was it this side or was it the other side? I'm trying to remember. Where's our map? I'm here. Yeah, we have factories all the way at this side. So maybe that's what I meant. And this is my current location. Yeah, I'm right here. So at the other side, we have a lot of stuff. But even just moving from this point A, this location A to location B, we could use like a zip line or something. Objective, complete phase 1. But now the point is like, what is phase 1 again? Not here. No milestone selected. So we've completed the, yeah, we've finished the rewards for this objective. So now we can create our base foundation, a wall, basic wall, a ramp, to scale upon stuff. But lookout tower provides a good vantage point to facilitate factory constructions. What does that mean, to facilitate factory constructions? Does that mean to like... facilitate, support construction. What? What was that? Oh, now I'm genuinely curious. Hold on. Specials, hub, space elevator, quasar. We have our map. We know what all those are. Users produce mines, smelts resources from mines into other things. What does a contractor do? Oh yeah, we can climb. Oh my god. Hold on. This is exactly what I needed. Destroyed. Destroy it. That's okay. That is okay. This is exactly what... Wait. What was this under? We've finished our objective for this stream, which is the ability to scale, right? I wanted a way to scale up places, right? And we can do that right now. We can actually do that. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm going to create a shortcut just for this one. Here, right here. I'll replace it with that. I didn't see what we needed the conveyor merger for, even. But this one right here, yep. Yeah. So that was under organization. Interesting. This factory for this, so we could utilize this space around this area to create X type of system. Yeah, that's what I think that's for. So speaking of, we know we have explored this area and we see things going. So what I want to do before I continue exploring is to look at the other factories that we have and make sure they have enough energy. We could say the factory systems that we are creating. Damn, why did I pick that up? I didn't need that necessarily. The factory systems we are creating. Start mining limestone. Oh yeah, we have a limestone stuff here. Did I create a map? Let me tag here with a type of a mark. Create a new marker. Yes. Create a new marker. Oh, it's a way to create an actual marker. I see. And then we can name what it is. What can we select the icon? Oh, we can. There we go. This game really makes you do stuff manually. I thought you have a marker for a... You guys a lot of icons though. to have more clarity, but it's a bit too manual. Alright, just so I remembered how I got certain things done, we need to check on the rest of the other factories that are on this location. Where am I? I'm here. These are the other locations. I put an ore here. There's water at that side. The type of rewards we need should help this person be able to, like, move. There's more iron ores here as well. Oh yeah, we can start a production there too as well. I need to make sure to change the default of my, change the default of my live videos. Because most people that watch my streams are from Ultra Rumble. I don't want to attack it. I don't want to attack it. It seems peaceful. It's a peaceful creature. I need to let it be. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like all the way here, we know this thing exists down there, right? But if I wanted to scale and go all the way up, I need to be able to like create a bridge that goes from here to here. But the conveyor thing won't allow it, right? Like the game doesn't allow you to do that. It's like the factories for the factory stuff. And then the rest of the other things, like the rest of the factories I have at this point, is for something else. I put crates to damn. I put crates to represent damn, it went far. Factories. Oh, that's a lot of leaves. I think leaves respawn. Maybe not as much, but I do think they actually do respawn. I really do. I can't remember what's needed to complete the next objective. Okay, there we go, I see. I think it's a dismantler. Used for crafting, multi-purpose building blocks. Moving parts of a motor. Assembler. Ooh. Automated by feeding components, parts, and via conveyor belt connected to the input port. An assembler, interesting. Obstacle clearing. We need something for like transportation, right? And I wish I could have a peek at what the other tiers unlock. Because just moving around ain't it in this game. Awesome sink. Got excess resources, fear not. Windows developer turns any and all useful parts into research, just as facts that you can supply them. Participate pioneers with you. Oh, is there a way to like reuse something? Awesome shop. Redeem your fastest coupons here. Do I even have that? I don't know if I have that. Jumper pads. Oh my goodness. Finally, something for movement. This has to be, this has to be the next objective. I don't care. select it right now. Select it right now, whatever it takes. This has to be the next objective. I said this was supposed to be 1 hour, and it's effectively more. But just so I remember, I have to select that. I have to select that. This has to be it. But I think the requirement for that is a motor, right? So we need to start. We should start here. We should start here. Waiting for resources, yeah. Alright. Alright, that's it. Shout out to all the lurkers. I'm going to lock in now to other business.